Yes. Can we expect to have a new government by the end of the day or by the end of the week? I know, it's, you just mentioned national unity and the need to stay together, and I think everybody is pretty much fighting together and very much in shock by what we are experiencing. We're seeing, of course, all of the movements, including all of the protesters and the pilots, of course, going back to the ranks and fighting. I do want to ask about the political side of things. Prime Minister Netanyahu yesterday summoned the heads of the opposition, former Prime Minister Yair Lapid and Benny Gantz. Where does this stand? Lapid has said and Gantz have said that they will enter an emergency government. What are the terms for such a government?
Look, we don't do politics in these kind of times. The government will get any backup needed in fierce and strong response that will bring back the security and the safety of our citizens and of our country. This is the first thing and the only thing that is standing right in front of our eyes. We will do anything and we will back up this government in any act that they do in order to return the security and the safety of our citizens and of our country. Anything beside that we put aside in these kind of times. Obviously there has been some propositions and a conversation by Netanyahu, and we will, these are certain things that Benny Gantz is considering at this moment.
But this is, you could also just support this government from the opposition, right?
Absolutely.
From the outside. So
Absolutely.
My question is whether your party will use this opportunity to enter the government with Netanyahu on the condition that Ben-Gvir and perhaps Smotrich as well do not sit in this government, and perhaps this is a moment where there is an opportunity for change in Israel, because this government and the constitution of this government is also what led us to this situation, perhaps.
Things has changed in this country. Yesterday was a declaration of war on our country. And the only thing in front of our eyes is not politics, it's not opportunities, nothing like that. What we will do is what's best for the security of our people in our country. If we see that there is any position where we can assist and be a hand to reinforce that security and Israel's security needs, this is what we will do.
If you analyze what led to this attack yesterday by Hamas, of course you mentioned Iran and the timing. It's an interesting timing, as we all know, 50 years after the Yom Kippur War, but also a year into this government headed by Netanyahu, and in which we're seeing a very extreme right-wing fraction taking part. We're seeing settlers praying in Hawara over the holidays, attacks of settlers, but also perhaps in Israel that seems weaker to the outside, with a protest movement that has been growing strong and for almost a year now. If you're looking at what led to this and why this timing was possible even, what do you deduce?
I say that right now, in these kinds of time, we put all the accounts and all of the blame games aside. What we have to concentrate is the security of Israel, and we are at war. We need to go out, fight, protect our families, defend our country, defend our home. And this is the only thing that we're going to do a count on at this moment. We'll have enough time after this war to try and think and see what had happened, what led, what kind of failures or blame or anything like that. This is not something we are going to do at this moment. At this moment, we are going to concentrate all of our energy into one thing. Israel needs to win this war. This is, as I said, not going to determine only the future of Israel. This is a war of radical Islam on the Western world, and on the Western world, and the only thing that we have to concentrate and put our thoughts at is how we're going to win this war, and how we're going to make sure that never something like that will ever happen again.
Okay. Member of Knesset Sharren Haskel from the National Unity Party, thank you very much.